After the heavy thunderstorms on Friday night, which left the track in perfect condition, the British 500 Grand Prix, hosted by the Salop Club, was blessed with some of the best weather of the summer so far, and the huge crowd of 30,000 enjoyed brilliant sunshine on both Saturday and Sunday. Having proved in earlier rounds that he has the pace and ability to cope with the deep Hawkstone sand, hot favourite for the event riding the works SR500 Kawasaki was British teenager Paul Mallin. But three-times world champion Dave Thorpe could not be ruled out of winning his home Grand Prix. Having set the fastest practice time, championship leader George Jobet was expected to do well here today. Second fastest in time training was Kawasaki's Paul Mallin, and he was half a second slower than Jobet. Action Workshop's Jeremy Watley returned to form following his wrist injury. Number 13 on the Honda is Belgian Joe Martins. And number 23, another Belgian, Johan Boonen, now entrusted with Kurt Nichols' factory KTM. And sand specialist number 3, Dirk Gherkins, could also do well here today. But here's the British crowd's favourite, Dave Thorpe.
So waiting here for the gate to drop on this, the first leg of the 500 British Grand Prix. And the gate's down, the riders are away, thundering into the first turn. Most of the fancy runners taking the right-hand side. Let's see how they come out as they file into this first turn. Back end of the field disappearing into the dust. Over the first turn, it's 56, Mortensen the Dane, 55, Watley the Brit in second place. Looking now, the riders filing through. And here comes two of the Brits. Dave Thorpe, number 5, Mallin, number 11. Here comes Mervyn Anstey, number 12. And further down the field, we find the runners streaming through. Brian Wheeler, 34, going through there. Mark Eastwood just tucked in behind him. And the riders now well spread out, about 30 around the first lap. And here comes old Willie Simpson himself, the war horse from north of the border. So back with the leader, number 56, Soren Mortensen. And just listen to those hooters from the crowd. They're all raging for Watley in second place. Mortensen comes down the hill. Gherkins now in front of Watley. And there's Jobet. Jobet poised in about 4th, 5th place. So Mortensen still hanging on to this lead, a 33-year-old Dane on the Kawasaki. Second place man Gherkins. Gherkins, a sand specialist from Belgium. Very tight section of the track here. Martin's going through, Lyles. And there's Malin. Malin going through in about 8th place there. And now we pick up Boonen going through. Lundqvist, there's Thorpe. Dave Thorpe about 10th place. Down in the woods we see no sign of Mortensen, so it's Gherkins in the lead. Watley 55 going through. Looking for the next place man. Jackie Martin's going through. Malin kicking the Kawasaki sideways. Lyle tucked in behind him. Lyle's almost thrown it away down the bottom there. And coming down the hill over the far side is Gherkins. Watley in second place. Listen to that crowd get behind him. Looking for 3rd place man. And it's Malin. Paul Malin in 3rd place. Lyle's just tucked in, about 6th place behind him. Down in the whoops, Gherkins going through. And look at that crowd, it's got to be one of the Brits. It's Paul Malin up in the 2nd place. Jem Watley down to 3rd then. And away down the other side of the hill, Gherkins on the Honda going through. Looking back for 2nd place man, Malin still there. And the Action Workshops man, Jem Watley in 3rd. Martins, Lyles, Kees van der Ven. Dropping down the hill, and we look here from the top of the mountain onto the circuit. 23, Boonen going through, and there's Dave Thorpe. Being cheered on by the crowd. Next rider through, 13, Joe Martins. We're looking down the field now. Mortensen just going through, early race leader. We're still looking down the field for Jobet. He dropped into the whoops earlier on. 9 is Lundqvist. Where is Jobet? 12, Mervyn Anstey on the ES 500. Looking back, still no sign of Jobet. Another Brit rider going through there, 34, Brian Wheeler. Come on, where is Jobet? There he is, George Jobet, still wearing some decoration through his excursion through the ropes earlier on. Gherkins going through, Martins. Away, back end kicking out once more, there's Billy Lyles. Kees van der Ven. And the riders making their way up the famous Hawkstone hill once more. Looking back, let's see who's coming back down through the field now. Dave Thorpe plugging away all race, still high up there in the points. Away once more, flag at the top, and there's Jobet. Side panel hanging off from his earlier unplanned excursion through the tapes. So here we are picking up on the last lap. Looks to be Dirk Gherkins, number 3, the sand specialist. showing his mettle here once more at Hawkstone. Just the last couple of jumps before the finish. He'll be pleased to see that checkered flag. There it is. He'll be very happy with that first win of the season. Second place man going through. Jackie Martins looking back for the third place. Should be Lyles on the Kawasaki. Here he comes, Billy Lyles. And he's followed by 7, Kees van der Ven. Should be Johan Boonen next. There he goes, 23 on the ex-Kurt Nickel KTM. And the first of the Brits home, Dave Thorpe in 6th spot. So the crowd obviously enjoying the sunshine. They've had plenty of action in the first race. And speaking of action, there seems to be plenty of action over that young lady's shoulder. So meanwhile, the officials getting set and ready for the second race. For Jackie Martins, second in the first race, looking to keep in touch with Jobay. Number 6, Billy Lyles, a strong third finish in Heat 1. He'll be looking to follow that up. And of course, Gherkins would love to get a double header today here at Hawkstone. And finally, number 14, Jobay, the true professional. He'll be looking to improve on his first leg performance, no doubt. So Dave Thorpe taking the right-hand side of the gate. Didn't get a very good start last time. He'll admit that, looking to improve upon it away down the line. Tension mountain as they come up for this, the second leg of the British 500 Grand Prix. 5-second board out, the revs are rising and they're away once more, thundering into that first bend. And we pick up the action down in the whoops, and it's 46, Joe Smets in lead. Watley there in second place, 14, Jobay, and there's the Bergerman Banks going through. Lyles we see going through, 9 is Lundqvist. Number 3, Gherkins further down the field. And look at this, some of the fancy runners not quite up in front there. And we're looking through. Dave Thorpe, look at that, about 30th position going through. Critical these whoops on the first lap. So many accidents here. And if we find there's a rider stop they're looking at, it's number 19, Jared Smith. Well, he'll have his work cut out to recover from that. So Smets going through in the lead. Watley in second place. Mark Banks on a TKL KTM in third spot. There goes Jobay. Mailing going through. Trying to pick up Martins, Lundqvist, Mervyn Anstey. More the Brit riders going through. 35, Stuart Cole, a Welshman on the Regent Honda. And the field filing through now. Very dusty this section of the track as they come up towards the end of the first lap. Field spreading out already. And there's Jared Smith at the back, as I say. He'll have his work cut out from the whoops. Meanwhile, back down the whoops we find number 46, Smets going through. Watley, 55 there in the Action Workshop. Kawasaki in second spot. Jumping out the last whoop at the end. Banks is still there. Jobay, Lyles on Jobay's mudguard. And there goes Paul Malin. And Joe Martins followed by namesake Jackie on the KTM. Gherkins, early race leader going through. Smets taking a dab there, coming under some pressure from Watley. Watley on the Action Workshop Kawasaki. Over the tabletop down towards the whoops once more. Third place man, Jobay on the Honda. And there's no sign of Smets. Watley in the lead as he drops into the sandpit. Lyles coming through the whoops, number 6. On the Kawasaki. Good day for Kawasaki's here. Number 46, Smets, remounted, looks to be in third spot. There's Jobay. So Watley gone. Watley down. Looks to be Lyles in the lead. Second place man, Jobay, pulling through there. And there's Watley. Watley obviously lost a little bit there, back in about third place. 4 is Jackie Martins, followed by Joe Martins. Number 3, Dirk Gherkins, first race winner. 7, Kees van der Ven going through. And there's Jobay, new race leader again. Jobay, Billy Lyles, unfortunately expired with mechanical problems. Second place man, Watley on the Action Workshops machine. A good day for young Jeremy Watley. But he's still been pushed hard by number 46, Smets. 13 going through there. Joe Martins on the Honda. Away down towards the whoops once more. He's got Gherkins, first race winner, tucked in behind him. Number 4, Jackie Martins. Meanwhile, we pick up Jobay. Here we are in the closing stages, looking for that last lap. Here it comes, a 1-lap board is up. And there's Paul Malin, not been his day today, but he doesn't look too worried at the moment. So Jobay coming up, waves to the crowd for the last time over the jump. Punches the air as he takes the checkered flag with a second moto win. Watley 55 in second and a race for third, with Gherkins just taking it from Smets. And there's Smets celebrating with an after-race cool-down drink. Meanwhile, up on the podium, George Jobay taking a drink, washing some of that Hawkstone sand out of his mouth. So on the pent-up aggression there. Meanwhile, different people winding down. Overall winner of the day, Dirk Gherkins, getting a cheer there as he prepares for his after-race shower.